guys, I'm Melina, and for 23 years, I literally can't believe I'm saying that, I've been helping women get unstuck and feel healthy, fit, and confident in their own skin. This is the Melina Method podcast, where nutrition meets mindset, fitness gets unraveled to be your superpower, and we really dive in to see the real you for who you are. Hi guys, welcome back to the Melina Method podcast. This is part 2 of my special guest, Peter Madrigal. I like to say Madrigal. Madrigal. If you missed part 1, you need to go back and check it out. But we just kind of caught up about how Peter and I met, connected. We didn't even talk about how we reconnected, so that's a perfect way to lead into this part 2 of how we reconnected. But we met 13 years ago.
How did we reconnect?
I'm going to tell it. I will tell it. And how we reconnected, but we met 13 years ago. We actually worked on a fitness project. So if you didn't catch that, you a really funny one.
A fitness project.
Interesting that never went to life. But life is so funny because life is really funny because here we are full circle back together, and he's like my first guest on this podcast, which is actually perfect and fitting. So we're also going to talk a little bit more on this part 2 about what Peter's doing, and I really want to dive in and let him tell you guys about his entrepreneurial projects more deeper, and specifically his coin. But Peter and I reconnected. So you guys know that this podcast and show is produced by the McCord List Media Network. And I also, I kind of wear 2 hats. I have my show, and my fitness brand is my passion, 23 years. But I also help work on the network. I develop talent. I help produce shows. And Rachel, the CEO, founder, and creator of the McCord List Media Network, is like one of my BFFs. And so it's funny, we joke, I say I'm the Gayle King to her. You know, she's the new modern day Oprah, and I'm the Gayle King. And so we work on a lot of these projects and shows together that we're really excited about. And I'm really grateful to be in that seat with her. And Peter has a client that he's working with that's in the fitness industry that fell into my call schedule. And so Lauren Powers, I can say her name. She's a friend. I've known Lauren for years in the fitness industry. She came across my call schedule, and we're talking, and I'm like, this is so funny. Like, I can't believe
hold on. You got to rewind it a little bit. How did the conversation lead up to me?
I'm gonna say it. You cut me off. I'm gonna say it. Okay.
It's the build up, everybody.
I know, it's the build up.
She's building up.
I build it
up.
No, so Lauren's talking. She's talking about her reality show that she's doing, and she's talking about, you know, she has this producer, and I'm like, oh, who's your producer? Like, I definitely need to bring your producer on the call if you want to do some kind of, I don't want to like step on anybody's toes. And she's like, oh, his name's Peter. And I'm like, Peter who? Madrigal? And she goes, yeah, how did you know that? And I was like, I don't know. She's like, oh, because she said, oh, he was on Bravo. And I was like, oh, and I remember back when you were doing, even in your early stages, you've always wore this producer entrepreneurial hat, and wanting to producing movies and wanting to produce other shows. And so it was so full circle, you guys. I was like, oh my gosh. And I pick up my phone, and I'm like, I have his number. Like, I still had Apple. Great job, Apple. Everything's stored for life. But I was like, I'm just going to text him, and, we'll get on the call. And so then we scheduled our call, and we caught up, and it was just crazy. So full circle moment that I got connected with somebody that he's working with for a reality show, and they got put into my call schedule with the McCord List Media Network. So that's how we reconnected. And then we went for lunch. He came up to the studios, and we were chatting, and we have this huge event this week here for the McCord List, and a Women in Power event. And I just texted him on my way in, and I wanted to have you on the show, but I didn't know you'd be my first guest. But this is all perfect. Everything happens for a reason. So here we are. That's how we reconnected. Okay, did I miss anything?
No.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, and then, he was telling me over lunch last time we hung out all the things he's doing, and I'm like, this is amazing. And then we talked about him having a show. Like, why don't you have your own pod? Like, yes, you produce reality shows. Yes, you do movies, but you need to tell more of your story as a male entrepreneur, leader, person in entertainment. There's just so many things that I feel like you could talk about, and you could definitely have your own show talking about this stuff. Entrepreneurialism, is that right? Is hard.
Yeah, it is.
So, I mean, like you said, some things hit the wall and some things don't.
Yeah.
So,
Well, this coin is definitely going to take
yeah.
off, and this coin is going to be something special. But as far as Lauren Powers goes, yeah, I am. I'm working on something with her. Hopefully we get greenlit by a network.
Yeah.
And I went in through some interview stuff with her and her friends, and we'll see if we can add some more cast members onto it. It's going to be interesting. I'm also like waiting on green lights from a couple of different shows, not just my own. I already finished it, so I did 12 episodes of Bar Brawl.
Bar Brawl.
Yeah, I was very, very spectacular on it.
All right, we talked about that in part 1. Bar Brawl is going to be cool.
It's going to be. I mean,
I love the name Bar Brawl.
So right now I'm just wanting to get picked up by a network, and then. As far as Lauren's goes, we'll see where that goes next.
Okay.
I'm hoping for the best with that.
Yeah.
I've been working on, actually right before I got here, I was working on some of her stuff.
Oh, nice.
And I owe her a phone call.
Okay. Tell her that we did this.
I will.
I need to bring her up. She should have came up today. I should have.
Yeah. And that was actually the call right before we started filming. That was the call from my my producing partner, distribution partner. So
awesome.
Yeah. So I was like, I messed up on the whole thing, so I'll be calling you about an hour.
You didn't mess up. We were running a little bit late, but what's cool is there's just a lot of different ways that you and I can collaborate and work together, and I'm really excited, and I'm excited about just
right now my focus is on a couple of different reality television shows and this movie that I want to really I want to get done with this film as well. So there's a few different things that I'm working on right now.
Yeah.
And then of course I have an offer for something else, so hopefully that comes through. Take me through a workout for you, actually. Like what is like a workout? What is a workout that Lena
Oh my God, it's so funny. I love this. Who's asking the questions here? Okay. Well,
see, here's the thing. Here's the problem with Peter Madrigal. Sometimes Peter Madrigal decides to take over the show and start asking the questions himself.
That's okay.
That sometimes happens.
It's a good question
to
to
Tom
ask.
Schwartz, actually.
You did?
Yeah.
You got to bring him on here.
I did.
Where is that guy? I love him.
He's constantly bouncing around.
He has like a new girlfriend. Is that
I don't know.
I saw a teaser. I saw like a tabloid. Teaser, a tabloid.
I'm going to do this really quick, but
Should
take me through.
Call him on speaker.
Sounds good. I will do just that. Take me, but before that,
guess whose podcast I'm on right now? He's gonna be like, Melina. Like, remember Melina? I think I have his number still. Call him.
Hey Siri, call Tom Schwartz.
Your call has been.
Oh.
Okay.
He's always like, wait, what's?
That's funny. Maybe he'll call back. But my workout, typical workout. So I'm postpartum. My kid is gonna be my second child. Will be a year next week, which is nuts. Like, I can't even believe it. I would say a year or two after all that.
2016.
No, a year or two after all that, like the app and all that. I was at a gym in Hollywood with a client working out, and I ran into him and Katie in the gym. I was like,
was it at LA Fitness?
No, was it at Crunch or was it at LA Fitness? And I was like, hey, and he's like, Melina, and I'm like, Katie, and I'm like, like Katie didn't like me because the boat thing and all that, and Stassi, and I was like, oh, I'm the girl, like whatever, but, and I was like, I think I was still training jacks, or maybe not really as much back then, but it was so funny, like I actually.
So this would have been 10 years ago.
I actually saw him at the gym, and I don't even because I lived in Long Beach, so but my workouts, I would say I really hit the ground running, and I covered this a lot in my episodes, talking about postpartum. I'm going to cover this a lot. But I have a pretty strict regimen for myself. Like I worked out my whole pregnancy, very specific, a lot of lower body focus, upper body twice a week, stretch, things like that. I don't do a lot of cardio. My body type, I'm really, and I'm talking about this in an episode. I'm very big on training based on blood type. Okay. And my blood type does better on low intensity cardio. So I don't do a lot of like HIIT training or high intensity cardio. I used to back in the day. Yeah. But my body and my body type and my blood work does better on like walking hills, like lower intensity cardio.
See, my body type does really well on like a lot of running, a lot of boxing, all that
boxing.
Stuff. Yeah.
No, I can box. I'm talking about like HIIT training and explosive stuff, like sprints and like crazy stuff.
That's what I was doing today.
Yeah, no, my body doesn't do well actually on that. It raises my cortisol. And my body has like a negative effect more on that. So as I've gotten older, I do more like I do cardio, but like I walk and do things like that for cardio. But I lift a lot. I lift heavy legs at least twice a week. I do a conditioning lower body at least once a week. And then I do upper body two times a week. I work out 4 to 5 times a week.
Got it.
I'm really active. I work with a handful of clients online. And then I teach group fitness because I love group fitness. I would teach it for free. I tell everybody that. I teach group fitness just for fun. Yeah,
wow.
Lifetime.
Oh,
Lifetime
very cool.
in Vegas. Yeah. So I like work remote from there. I do everything from there. I love Lifetime. Shout out to Lifetime. They are not a sponsor, but they should be.
There you go. They should be.
I love Lifetime.
Should be a Lifetime. Lifetime should be a Lifetime sponsor.
I do. I love Lifetime. But
that's cool.
That's kind of like.
So like on a leg day, do you do squats? Do you do? Do you do hack squats? What do we?
I do. I always do like I'm a big like lunge, step up, RDLs, hip thrust, all glute hamstring more focus. I don't focus on quads at all. Really. I want the glute hamstring tie-in. So I'll throw in leg extensions here and there, but I don't focus on that. I focus on like your RDL, hip thrust, lunge, step up, squat, hack squat, good morning. Yeah, I do a lot of band work for conditioning. Like I'll take like 2 lower body conditioning classes a week where it's like called lower body max out. So it's like a lot of high volume type work. Then I get a heavy leg day in. Just walking for cardio right now. And I just started throwing in a hot Pilates once a week. And I swear I took it last week and I felt like
a different person?
I felt like I just had a massage.
Really?
I was like so opened up and I was like, why I need to do this every week. So I'm gonna do that.
I need to get back to yoga. I'm so like I put my body through so much fucking stress, you know? Like from the running and
berries is good. Do you ever take a berries class?
No, I don't
say that because it's like right here.
I mean, I work out like a crazy person. So.
But you got to take a berries is the best workout in the world.
Really?
No, I worked for them. I was a founding trainer for the Long Beach studio. I worked for them. I love berries. I'm friends with them still to this day. I love I know a lot of these guys at the LA studios. Berries is a proper bodybuilding split. So your weight training will be a proper heavy lifting. So like Mondays always are abs and arms. Every Monday, any Berry studio, it's an abs and arms. Every Tuesday is lower focus. Every Wednesday is back, chest, and abs.
Okay.
So your heavy back, heavy chest, abs. Thursdays, ass and abs. That's what it's called. It's all glutes and abs. And then Fridays, I think upper focus, full body. The weekends are like full body. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But you do a block of work on the floor, heavy weights, and then you switch and you go to the tread, sprints.
Nice.
Running intervals.
Oh, that's
and
awesome.
Again, if you don't want to hit the running intervals, you could you just do the best you can. Then you go back to heavy lifting. Intervals. But it's heavy. It's not. It's heavy. It's like you'll max out chest. You'll go heavy chest.
That's kind of like what I do already. I do a lot of heavy, and then I run, and then a heavy, and then I run. So it's like 30 seconds on.
You'll love it. And you've never taken a
sprints.
Berries class, and you live in LA.
I have. I've had my own trainers throughout. Yeah.
I mean, like, and they are not a sponsor, but you gotta it's funny because the studio's right here at the Brentwood studio, but you gotta take they opened and then COVID happened. I felt so bad. I remember that this studio opened in like January, February, and then the lockdown started. But I'm glad it made it. It's back up. Yeah. I mean, Berries is always gonna make it. They're all over the world. They're a great company. But yeah, if you ever just you want to know what to do, and I would always say go take a Berries class. Out of all the group fitness, Berries is the best.
Perfect.
It is. I don't care. Orange Theory, no offense.
No.
No, none of that. Berries is
I've done Orange Fitness before, actually.
But this is why people get shredded doing Berries, because they're doing a proper bodybuilding.
And how much is a class like every?
I don't even know what it is now. It's like it's pricier. It's like $37 maybe. But I don't. They have like
per
deals.
Class?
Yeah, it's like $30.
$30 per class.
Maybe?
So you're looking at.
We should ask them. Hey.
No.
No, they have deals. I mean, you can go 1 or 2 classes free at first.
Yeah.
But what I love about them is that you you're going to max out that muscle group and you're going to get your conditioning in. And so, you know the story how Barry started. So Barry was a trainer for celebrities and in LA, and he had this little weight room, and he was really into red lights, and he would throw them in this weight room with like red lights, and he was like into music, DJ, house music stuff. He'd blast music, like have like, and he'd run them up and down La Cienega. That's what he would do.
Up the hill?
Up and down La Cienega. Yeah.
You know the steep hill.
Yeah,
I'm talking
he
about.
would run them up and down La Cienega because his studio, his little studios there, and it was Barry's boot camp. So that's what Barry's isn't called Barry's boot camp anymore. It's called Barry's. So
but it was called Barry's boot camp for a long time.
For a long time, up until like 5 years ago. Like when
wow. Then they just
I got hired.
to Barry's.
And it got rebranded to Barry's in like 2017 when I worked for them because they're like, we're dropping the boot camp. So then this thing like there were lines. You couldn't get into a Barry's boot camp. And then he opened up another studio up in Culver, don't quote me. And then that's when the CEO and owner, Barry doesn't own it anymore. The owner of
sold it off.
Barry lives in Vegas. It's funny. So then he sold it to one of his clients.
You're educating me right
now.
now.
One of his clients would go in, Joe Gonzalez. He's like, you need to make this a thing. So then they started popping up some studios in LA because he had a wait list. You couldn't go to a Barry's boot camp class. And it was like the A-list thing to do. Okay, this is in the 90s. Then they took it to New York. He goes, Joey Gonzalez comes in. He goes, I think we need to take this to New York, and had some kind of investor or someone. So they took it to New York. So for a while, the New York studios and the LA studios, they were obviously together, but it was like a separate thing. It was like a franchise kind of, but it was the same thing. They didn't want to lose the concept. Then Joe Gonzalez came in, bought it all out, and it all became one corporate. Corporate offices were in LA, and then they just started popping them up. They took over New York again, popping them up. And they still were able to keep it this like A-list thing. Yeah. Like classes, Barry's classes, like you go to the one in Hollywood across from the W, it will be tomorrow, sold out. The red rooms are sold out, and it's called the Red Room. Still called the Red Room. And when you get hired, so I got hired.
I need to do a Barry's boot camp one of these days.
We'll do it together.
Just to try it out.
Do it.
Because I've been out in LA for so long.
Yeah.
I've done everything else.
You do.
I might as well do this now.
You might as well do this. I'm surprised that you have not done a Barry's class. So it's funny because they kept the whole thing. So when you get hired as a trainer, first of all, they do it like a casting. You can't just get hired to be at Barry's instructor. They like scout you out, put you through an audition.
So they must be paying them good.
No, but yeah, you do get paid good because their instructors are like talent. They're like your fitness has to be on point, but you're like a DJ presenter. Like I'm like running around. You have to have a personality.
So I've done Orange Fitness. I've done Rumble.
No. Rumble is like, I feel like Rumble's like, yeah, Rumble was supposed to be kind of like Barry's. I think Barry's is always one step above Rumble, but it's like heavy weightlifting with boxing. Well, Barry's is heavy weightlifting with, but it's not circuit training. It's it's the muscle group. That's what's the difference about Barry's, and that's why people get shredded.
Circuit training. I was doing circuit training today. That's all I was doing.
See, I like certain muscle groups. The best way to get in shape, you guys, mark my words, is to break up your muscle groups. Don't do full body all day every day. It just you'll hit a wall.
Well, today was for me, it was circuit training, but it was with lower body.
Okay, there you go. Yeah. Oh, I get what you're saying. You do set up lower body circuits.
So it was assault bike, and then it was mountain climbers, and then it was like ball slams. With
You did a
And
conditioning.
then, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then lunges, and then squats.
Yeah.
Squats, and then pulses, and then what's the one where you're sitting down and you're pushing up?
Leg press.
There you go.
Yeah.
Boom.
Leg press.
I don't know why I didn't.
That's okay.
Hack squat, like leg press.
So the thing is about Barry's, it's all dumbbell band, but there's heavy dumbbells in there. I mean, you can grab like 60s. I mean, there's heavy dumbbells in there, but yeah.
I love lifting heavy.
The way the classes are, you feel like you're in this nightclub, and every instructor has like a personality, and you'll see.
It's like Peloton.
Barry's was before the Peloton.
I know.
They set the tone.
I can't help it. Peloton.
Because Peloton blew up, and it became like bigger than Barry's, where it was like you had to audition.
It's still pretty big.
No, it is pretty big, but it was impossible to get an audition. Because trust me, because I'm in that scene, it was impossible to like get an audition. Like you have to know someone. Like it's
Wow.
crazy to like work for Peloton.
No shit.
Yeah, and then their trainers became like legit celebrities, but that's how it was for Barry's for a while here. Like the trainers were like legit like celebrities in the fitness world.
Wow.
Like, and they treated you like that. Like when you got hired, you had to go to New York for a week, then you got put in a hotel in Hollywood for a week. It's 2 weeks, like you're in Barry's zone. Then,
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that.
well, that's how you go through your training.
No, but
So
I
it's
mean, like, I wouldn't want to be a Barry's trainer.
Oh yeah, no, it's fun being a Barry's trainer.
Yeah.
Oh, I would if they had one in Vegas, I would probably do it just for fun.
Oh, very.
If I had
cool.
the time. They don't have one in Vegas right now. Isn't that crazy?
Well, why don't you do that? Why don't you open it up?
I know. I know.
should do that.
I'm in contact
You
with
should do it.
No, that they it's all run
Barry's.
still corporate. No. Oh my God, this was such. We were like talking about Barry's for too long. Okay, so back
No,
to
right.
so tell people how. Okay, full circle because we're already. Are we gonna go in part 3? I don't.
I don't know. Are we?
We'll bring you back on. But the coin.
I'll take up all of your episodes right now.
No, the coin is available $39 to get. Right? Tell everybody really quick.
So it takes 0.25 Sol to get a piece of the PM action.
Okay.
PM coin. So that's the minimum spend. You can max it out if you want, but the minimum spend is 0.25 Sol, which equates to about 39. It depends on what the Sol is trading at, but $39.
And it's on Coinbase.
Actually, not yet.
Not yet.
So right now we are on pink sale.
Okay.
That's and you can download Backpack. Backpack is one of the easiest apps to use
Okay.
to buy cryptocurrency.
Oh, I have Coinbase. So I don't
Well, Coinbase is one of those you can use Coinbase, but we're not on Coinbase yet.
Okay. When
So
will you
right
be on that?
now, hopefully by next year.
Okay.
Actually,
All
yeah,
right.
I want to be on Robinhood. I want to be on Coinbase.
Well,
I want to be
this-
on Uphold. I want to be on all of them.
This episode is live in 26, so this year sometime, right?
This year sometime.
Yeah,
So
this year
when we're shooting this episode, it's still 2025.
Yeah, we're at the end of 25.
We're at
This
the
will
end.
go to air.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's all good.
It's all good.
So yeah, so next year or later on in 2026, I want to be on Coinbase. I want to be on all of them.
For sure.
Radium is where we're going to be trading on though.
Okay. I'm so not in tune with the coin. I need to.
I don't know. I have
You'll
a mind
teach
that
me.
just like I just learn things.
Right? I know.
I mean, I have my own. I have a real estate license in this state.
You know what? You know what I heard is like killing it right now, which I told my husband he's going to do life insurance.
Really?
Oh my gosh. Do you have life insurance?
No.
Well, there you go. Do you have life insurance? No. Everybody needs life insurance because we just got some, and
Well,
I'm
I'm
like,
not 60. I'm kidding.
no, you need.
I'm going to
life
live to
insurance.
150.
You need life insurance.
Did you hear about the new drug that China just produced that you can live to 150?
No, I don't. That
I heard about
scares
this.
me. I don't want to live to 150.
Why not? It'll be fun.
Maybe. Oh, look at the little dog.
If you look like this at 150, hey, why not?
There was that movie Death Becomes Her. Do you guys remember that? From the
No, I
90s?
don't remember that. What was that about?
They didn't age. It was with
Isn't it like Time with
was it Meryl
Justin
Streep?
Timberlake?
No, Death Becomes Her from the 90s. What is that?
Time with Justin out of time or time with Justin
And now we are
Timberlake?
out of time. Peter, thank
Come
you.
on.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for being here. I'm excited for our dinner date tomorrow night. You guys, thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Melina Method. I will see you guys next time talking about all things health, fitness, lifestyle. And, we get a little spicy in here. So, yeah.
There we go, baby.
Thanks, Peter.
You're welcome.
So great having you. Bye. Thanks for tuning in to the Melina Method podcast. I hope you're fired up to make a shift in your life. That's the whole point. So if this episode spoke to you, subscribe to my weekly insider. It's melinafitness.com/subscribe. It's all the fun things that you want to get to know me and know what's coming up and what's the latest tea on the Melina Method. So I will see you guys next time.